Of the three documentaries on Warhol as a subject which we have discussed here thus far, I feel as though the most thorough, with the most benefit of hindsight thus far, is 2001's Andy Warhol, The Complete Picture, directed by Chris Rodley. Like the 1987 work, this documentary is a commendable window into Warhol's cinematic ventures. Paul Morrissey is also interviewed, as he was in the 87 picture, which is how I found myself compelled by this artist in the first place. As a visual artist, as Warhol as a visual artist, I initially felt an overall liking. It didn't feel an adulation towards himself, and him as a filmmaker, I obviously didn't take his work very seriously as an adolescent or younger adult. Though the material from the Paul Morrissey era did appeal to me, and many others more so, Flesh of Frankenstein and the like. The earlier, most infamous moment of Warhol's cinematic oeuvre, I remember I'd once dismissed as a dull joke, maybe an attempt to see if certain individuals would accept anything he exhibited as an act of bold genius. At this stage, I can appreciate the creative ventures of Warhol in this area. I am less strict about feature films having to fulfill some purpose of holistic, classic, rewatchable, unifying elevation of a viewer's existence, as the films discussed via this program are or strive to be. A piece like Warhol's Empire, as an example, can be perceived as an existential exercise, the effective equivalent of an installation. That is what the room wherein the film is being screened becomes. Essentially, the most immediate use for Empire is to evoke the subjective experiences of time past, to induce a state of mind which might have never emerged if not for the trial that is Empire's runtime. Warhol conducted, I feel, major formative experiments of the medium which, given the commercial spectrum which cinema or animation generally have been disposed to, were never embarked upon during the silent era, and this set are silent films, as we know. And so we can place these undertakings in the realm of pure explorations of screen generally, a late peer to the likes of Muybridge, Reynaud, Cole, and the Lumiere brothers. The valence of moving images is reflected via a static frame of inanimate subject, sleeper, building, or whichever, though act of an inanimate subject, I ought to say sleeper, building, or whichever, though active and recorded as action. The technology of capturing motion is resting on a still subject. It generates the fundamental feedback, which can then inform the filmmaker or prospective filmmakers who view these works, inform more elastic, flexible capturing of other subjects with more conducement to motion. The next Warhol documentary we discuss is one from 2 years ago, as of this video's upload. So let's see how much more or less far of a discourse of human art has become since the early 2000s, the dawn of the 21st century. We'll be looking at a couple of other art-related documentaries before that though, so if you are able to enjoy those videos when they arrive, in the meantime, thank you all again.